welcome to Elisa Marie Yoga and our morning stretch this morning. So as always, I'd just like us to start by closing down our eyes and just taking a nice few deep breaths through our nose and out through our nose. So in through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping the spine nice and long. Expanding the belly and the ribs as you breathe in. And feeling them deflate as you exhale. And just notice any sensations you might be feeling in your body this morning. Any areas that might feel tight. And throughout these stretches this morning, I want you to think of an affirmation. And the affirmation this morning is going to be, I'm prioritising my mind and my body. An abundance of energy will fill me today. So I'm prioritising my mind and my body. An abundance of energy will fill me today. These positive affirmations often set your day up really well with like a positive mindset rather than a negative mindset that we all, when this monkey mind is chasing and thinking all over the place. So just settle it down to one thought. So today it's about prioritising your health and well-being. So we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, lifting the arms overhead, and we're going to take that twist. Exhale down, inhale, lift, exhale down. As the weeks progress, these moves will become more familiar with you, and we'll add on. Exhale and find that twist. So inhale, exhale and twist, inhale, opening out the heart, exhale, twisting at that waist, inhale, lift, exhale, twist, one more, and this time we're going to exhale forward, placing the hands just where it's comfortable on the floor, taking a few deep breaths here. Walking those fingers a little bit further out, if you can, holding it there. And then we're going to inhale, lifting the arms up to the sky, interlacing the fingers and just stretching out those fingers, those hands. Don't let the shoulders come up to the ears. Drop the shoulders down, pushing through those hands, feeling that stretch and relax. Then stack the other finger on top, swap over that cross and push it again up to the sky, feeling that stretch in the shoulders, in the fingers, and exhale. So we're going to take the right arm nice and high. We're going to walk the left fingers out. We're just going to stretch over, feeling that stretch in our right side. Then we're going to bring it back. So we're going to inhale and lift and take it over. Exhale and back. Inhale and lift and take it over. And one more. Lift and stretch and bring it back. Then the other one. So we're inhaling, walking those fingers away from you of the right hand. Left hand reaching. Don't collapse. Stretch up, feeling that nice stretch in the side. Exhale and come back. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale and back. And lift. Inhale. Stretch. One more. Lift. Stretch. And back. We're going to place our hands on our knees. I'm going to do some big circles with our waist. Feeling the energy coming into the body this morning, waking it up as we big circles with the waist. Yours might be start off as a smaller circle, and as you go, take it a little bit bigger. Trying with the breath. So inhaling and exhale. All the time through the nose, no forced breath, and then change directions. Other way. Exhale. When we work with our breath, it brings more energy into our body, filling all the cells of the body with oxygen, getting everything flowing. It also brings that connection to your practice, helps you block out outside distractions. Good. And stop, and we'll come over onto all fours, wrists, elbows, shoulders stacked, spreading those fingers, knees hip distance apart, pushing through the hands, feeling the back of the feet pushing into the floor. Inhale, exhale, dropping that belly, lifting the head, and then pulling the belly button back, dropping the head down, rounding those shoulders for a cat and cow. So let's take a few. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. One more. And come to neutral spine. I'm going to freestyle here a bit this morning. So I want you to just do what feels nice for your spine. So you could take circles round and then the other way. You could go forward and back. You could do a few more cat and cows, whatever feels nice. And if you find any bits or points that you feel really stiff, you can hang about in that area and just mobilise that spine, get it working. And again, other way, whichever way feels nice. And then come to stillness. So we're going to tuck our toes under and we're going to walk back onto kneeling, just feeling the pressure on those feet. And I just want you to wake up those toes this morning. So feel that pressure on those toes. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in, drawing the shoulders, clasping in behind us and drawing those shoulders back and down, opening the heart, lifting the chest, drawing those hands down the back. And if it's too much for your feet, just unhook your toes, holding it there. A few breaths, thinking about your morning affirmation. I'm prioritising my body and my mind. And I will be filled with energy. And release. Untuck the toes, place the hands a little bit wider than the mat, melt the head down to the mat. Taking an inhale in and out. Thinking about that abundance of energy that's going to be filling you today. How productive that energy is going to make you feel. So we're going to now tuck our toes under, bringing the hands a little bit closer to you, and you're going to send that bottom into the sky, stretching out those hamstrings and calves, drawing the heels to the ground and paddling out those feet. Walking our dog in our downward dog. Just waking everything up. You can come far up onto those toes. Bending and stretching both knees if that feels nice to you. If it feels too much, you can always just come back and rest in child's pose. Holding those heels down to the ground, placing the head. And then we're going to drop down to the knees. We're going to come all the way onto our belly. We're going to place our hands either side of our shoulders, pushing into the mat. We're going to inhale. We're going to keep our elbows nice and tight. And as we exhale, just a little bend in the back to inhale. And exhale and down. Inhale and lift. Exhale and down. Inhale and lift. Exhale and down. One more. Drawing those shoulders back and down, keeping those elbows nice and tight, feeling that stretch in the spine. You can give it a bit of a wiggle, that lower back. You can even just gently look over one shoulder and then the other. Throughout all of these, this is your practice. So I'm your guide. So if you feel like you want to stay somewhere a little bit longer and stretch it out, you stay there and just stretch it out. So we're going to now push back into our child's pose again. Knees apart, toes together, bottom towards the heels, head melting down to the mat, feeling that stretch in the shoulders. And then we're going to walk our hands back and we're going to come up to standing this morning. So we're going to step, feet hip distance apart. We're going to take a big inhale, taking the hands above the head. You're going to grab your left hand with your right wrist, lifting up and just bending over to one side, feeling that stretch in the side. You're going to inhale, exhale the other way. Inhale, lift, exhale the other way. One more, inhale, lift, exhale, and back to the centre and relax. I want you to just take your feet just a little bit further apart just because it's morning, and we're going to soften the knees. We're going to inhale and lift, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to fold forward, leading with the crown of the head, keeping the back flat. We don't want to round it, keeping the back nice and flat. So we can then, when we get to the very end, we can hang our head and cross our elbows over in a ragdoll. So the knees might need to be soft so that that back stays straight and it's not like this overly rounded. So just relax. I just want you to relax here. Taking some breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. You can rock, you can shake the head. And just release those hands to the shins. If you've got enough space and you can reach the floor, but if not, hands on the shins. And we're going to bend our legs. And then we're going to try and straighten them a little bit more, keeping the chest as close to the thighs as possible and just stretching out, again, those hamstrings and the lower back. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to lengthen. Coming into our monkey pose, our back is nice and flat. We're elongating the spine and we feel like we're being pulled forward with our head, spreading those toes. Taking a few breaths here. And exhale, round down, back into that ragdoll, holding it there, feeling all loose. We're going to release the hands. I'm going to curl up slowly, one vertebra at a time, keeping those knees nice and soft. All the way to standing, drawing those shoulders back and down. I'm going to take that interlace again, like we did on the floor. So interlace those hands, drawing them back and down, opening out the heart, feeling the stretch in those shoulders. And relax. We're just going to do one more stretch for our hips. So I want you to take a nice big wide stance. Toes are slightly turned out at 45 degrees. And you're going to squat down. We're going to place our hands onto our thighs. I just want you to move around, just stretching out those hips. They can often be tight in the morning, but it's not too intense a stretch this. It's a nice, gentle stretch for the morning. And if you have got more mobility in your hips and you want to rock it more from side to side, you can do. But just stay here with me if that's too much. And then release the hands and slowly curl up, walking the feet closer together. So we're just going to take a little bit of an energising movement this morning. We're going to inhale and we're going to lift the arms. And as you exhale, you're going to flop down. And you're going to inhale and lift. Exhale and let everything go. Inhale and lift. Let everything go. One more. You sigh it out through your mouth. Make a noise. Let everything go. And release. Well done. I'm going to just place the hands to the heart and close down the practice this morning. But before we do, just remember your affirmation today is that you're prioritising your mind and your body and abundance of energy is going to fill you today. So have a lovely day. Namaste.